Okay, so I'm doing the question, online shopping is dangerous. And the question says, do you agree or disagree with the statement? So when I look at the question, I see it says agree or disagree. So now I know this question is about opinion. And I need to write a paragraph, and the paragraph has to have 3 supporting sentences. So when I look at the statement, I should think, what's 3 things I can talk about? Online shopping is dangerous. Why are they saying it's dangerous? I should think of 3 reasons. One reason could be maybe the product is not delivered. And number 2, when you buy online stores, you if you use a credit card, maybe your credit card number could be stolen. And number 3, another problem with online shopping is the website. Maybe it's fake. So that's 3 I can think of. Then you need to plan your structure. So as you know, you need intro, then leave some space and write S1 for supporting sentence 1, leave some space, and S2. And finally, conclusion. So in your introduction, you need to choose and answer the question, agree or disagree. Actually, in my opinion, I choose disagree. I don't agree. So I want to say online shopping is not dangerous. And I'm going to write it here. Okay, and next is supporting sentence 1. That's what I'm going to start to use my number 1 from here. Product is not delivered. But actually, because I disagree, I need to disagree with this. And I'm going to use my own experience. I'm going to say, in my experience, all of the products I have bought online have been delivered. And notice that these are not sentences. There is no full stop. And there's some space here because I'm not finished with these sentences yet. Let's continue to sentence number 2. Credit card number stolen. I know that banks use security passwords to prevent credit cards being stolen like this. I'm going to write that. Okay, and now time for my S3, which is fake websites. So I know there are some fake websites on the internet, but when I use Google Chrome, on the fake website, it has a warning. It says this website has a risk. So I'm going to say internet browsers such as Google Chrome warn against dangerous websites. And last, we have our concluding sentence. And the concluding sentence should be the same meaning as the introduction sentence. You cannot change your idea from the intro to concluding sentence. So I need to say again that I don't think online shopping is dangerous. I'm just going to say that. Okay, so now I've finished my structure for my paragraph. And the next thing that I need to do is use the keywords and vocabulary words from the textbook to finish my paragraph. So, as I said, this is about opinion. So in the textbook, we learn these phrases for opinion like, in my opinion, comma, And another one was I think that, and I believe that, and it seems to me. And all of these, just going to choose one to put in the intro. And then we have our supporting sentences. At the start of the sentence, we need to put something. You can choose firstly or to begin with. For S2, you can say next or additionally. Or moreover, or furthermore. And in the final supporting sentence, you can say lastly or finally. And that indicates that we finished our supporting sentences. And in the conclusion, you can say for these reasons. Or you could say as it seems, as it can be seen. Oops. Okay, so that's what we talked about in the textbook, in my opinion. The other thing we did in the textbook was linkers. So let's use some of those. So we have the linker and, which should be one sentence connected to another sentence to make one single sentence and then a full stop. Another one was also. So for also we have one sentence, full stop, then a subject of a new sentence, also, comma, and then a full stop. And we also had to, which was one sentence, full stop, and then another sentence, comma, to, full stop. And on the other side, we talked about but, which is two sentences joined to make one with full stop at the end, and however, which is one sentence, full stop, however, comma, and then full stop. Okay, so what we need to do is to put all of these things inside our paragraph. So for the introduction up here, I need to choose one of these things here. And I can just choose this one here. I believe that. And then S1, I need to choose one of these. Firstly, or to begin with. I'm going to say firstly. And then S2, I need to choose one of these. I'm going to say furthermore. And next one, S3, I'm going to choose lastly. Okay, that's the supporting sentences, and now for the concluding sentence, I'm going to choose for these reasons. Okay, so now I've finished the beginning of the sentence. So each one of these sentences now starts with a capital letter because that's the start of the sentence, but the sentences are not finished yet. So what we're going to do now is use the linkers here in the text up here. So what I want to do is, this is just a short sentence, each of these. I want to make them longer. So I say, I believe that online shopping is not dangerous. That's true. That's what I believe. But I know that there are some dangerous websites out there. That's why I think the person who buys products on the internet should be careful and smart. So someone who buys on the internet is a buyer. So I'm going to say, I'm going to use this here and put but. And I'm going to write, I believe that online shopping is not dangerous, but the buyer should be careful and smart about it. That's my introduction. And now time to do S1. Firstly, in my experience, all of the products I have bought online have been delivered. That's true, but I want to say more in that sentence. And I want to say that my sister, she bought products and they were delivered to. So I'm going to use to. And to use to, I need to put full stop and start a new sentence. And I'm going to write, my sister has received her products from online too. And next one, furthermore, banks use security passwords to prevent credit card numbers being stolen. That's true. But you must not tell your password to anyone else. I've already used but, so this time I want to use however. To use however, I need to finish the sentence and write however. And put a comma. And then write my sentence. You must not tell anyone your password. Now moving on to S3, lastly, internet browsers such as Google Chrome warn against dangerous websites. So Google Chrome is just one example, but there are other examples. I could talk about Safari as well. So I'm going to use also. So to use also, I should put a full stop and then talk about the subject. The new subject is Safari. Okay, and my last sentence is for these reasons. I don't think online shopping is dangerous. And let's see, I haven't used and yet, so I should use and. So I'm going to say more and make this sentence longer. I'm going to say and put one more sentence. It can be a safe and positive experience for everyone. Okay, so to write just one paragraph, you're going to write everything in one and not take any new lines. And when you start the paragraph, come to the top and leave some space. And then start with a capital letter. I believe that. So there's my introduction sentence. It starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. My next sentence is S1, and my next sentence is going to start right here. I'm not going to start down here. It's just one paragraph. So my supporting sentence 1 starts with firstly, in my experience. I'm going to start writing here. And every time I do a full stop, the next one's going to be a capital letter. Okay, so now I've finished rewriting my paragraph. This is what it should look like. One continual paragraph. There's no space in between, no gap. It starts with some space there and then capital letter and then no space in between. Every line should be used and then finishes. And so now let's look at how it's going to be graded and where you're going to get your score from. So your score comes from 4 different sections, which is content, there's organization, and then vocabulary and grammar. We're looking for the 3 reasons, like 3 supporting sentences. And you should have 120 words, which is what the question asked for. So 3 different reasons and 120 words. So let's check our 3 reasons. You have firstly, furthermore, and lastly. There are S1, S2, S3. That's 3 reasons and 120 words. I'm not going to count each word, just do an approximation. So you can just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, which is 135, I think. It's just approximately, it's not exactly, but that's okay. It's enough. So we're going to get 3 for content. And the next one is organization. Organization is talking about the structure. And as you know, the structure should be intro, then support sentence 1, support sentence 2, support sentence 3, and then conclusion. So let's check we have that. I believe that online shopping is not dangerous. That's my introduction. My S1 is firstly. Furthermore starts my S2. Lastly is my S3. For these reasons is my conclusion. Yes, I do all of those. They're worth half a mark each, and total is 2. And then vocabulary. Vocabulary is whatever words we learnt in the textbook for that unit. And for this unit, it was just basic words you already know, and also different to, but, however, those words. So I need to be able to find 3 of those. But, to, however, also, and. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have more. Anyway, just 3 is enough to get 3. And grammar, lucky for me, my grammar is correct. So I'm going to get total 10 out of 10. For grammar, if you get 2 mistakes, it's okay. If you get between 3 and 5, you're going to lose 1. If you get more than 5, you're going to lose 2. Anyway, now you can see when it's finished, I'm going to give you a score based on this. And that's it. We finished that.